So hopefully you can hear this. Welcome back to IT Performance. So while I go for my walk, you can have a watch of my CPU overclocking video. I'll see you when I get back. For Intel CPU overclocking, I'm using the Intel Extreme Tuning utility. This has got both basic and advanced features, and it's free to download and use. Obviously, this will only work with Intel CPUs. It also has a benchmarking area where you can test your changes, but I won't be using that. The i7-7700K default turbo is running at 4500 megahertz, and my first try here is at 4700 megahertz. Using the basic area, you can just set the multiplier to 47 and click apply, and then run your benchmarks. I'll be using Cinebench R20. Now there's no need to make you sit through all this at normal speed, so I've sped it up a bit. And at the end I get a score of 2,449, which isn't too bad. Switching to the advanced options, you can see a lot more here. I will just be using the multiplier and the core voltage settings, and I'm just bumping the ratio multiplier up to 48 for the moment. And when I test that, I get a score of 2,462, which is an increase, so that's always good. This time, while increasing the multiplier to 49, I'm also going to make the CPU gets enough power by punching the core voltage, forcing the core voltage up to 1.3. You need to be careful here because too much and you will damage your CPU. I would recommend keeping the core voltage to under 1.4 volts and under if you don't have adequate cooling, because more voltage equals more heat in the CPU, and you don't want to have that overheat. Cinebench gave me a score of 2,553, which is a very good jump. Next, trying a 50 multiplier. I had some problems at 1.3 volts, so I bumped it up to 1.325, and it seemed stable, and I got a score of 2,584. The temperatures are starting to get up there, but stayed below 90 degrees. I played with 51 multiplier, but the temps were over 90 degrees, and I had to bump it up to 1.35 core voltage for it to be stable without blue screening. And as my office does not have air conditioning, and it's currently in the middle of summer here, I didn't want to push it too hard. So happy with my 50 multiplier. I started up Afterburner and applied my overclocking for the CPU, for the GPU, and ran TimeSpy Extreme, and I got a score of 4,943. And when I look up that test result, now I am going to restrict that to my system, so the i7 700K with one RTX 2080, I get third, which is fair enough, and I'm quite happy with that. Not too bad for a novice overclocker. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've learnt something, as I have too, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, or at least you'll see me. Okay, cheers, bye. Hello, welcome back to IT Performance. Except there are too many bloody cars around.